Scorpio, you could be flexing soon. Whether this is you going to the gym, you showing off your new body. I was gonna say new haircut. Somebody could be getting a haircut and it's a little different than what they usually get, or maybe you're cutting your hair short. Maybe you're showing off your body. Maybe you feel like there's somebody around you that's doing that. All right, what's going on with you, Scorpio? You could be telling someone to be patient. Maybe you know somebody who just got out of the hospital. You could be in your head by it. There could be a Gemini around. Heavy on the Gemini. Heavy on the Gemini. If this is not a Gemini, this could be a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Libra, a Virgo. Heavy on the Gemini. Somebody is trying to release some type of negative thoughts right now regarding some type of nightmare and or trauma. They could have had a relationship and or they created some type of partnership and they felt, okay, well, I had no right choice or it didn't really matter at that point in time. Now something's being investigated. They also could have been attached to someone if they felt like, okay, well, this person said that they had love or this person was treating me with some type of emotions and giving me some type of support whenever I was thrown off when it comes to work. And now there could be some type of either a painful ending. There could be some type of argument. Maybe they feel like, okay, well, I'm mentally upset about some type of information. Maybe there's some type of clarity regarding a system or how something was a little chaotic or how they was going to have to reprioritize. There's some type of challenges they're going to have to face. Now, somebody may be able to turn this around to where they feel like, okay, well, I'm still able to juggle and or I'm still able to work. But someone else may not be able to recover and they may be indulging in negative self-talk when it comes to some type of burden. What does this have to do with you, Scorpio? Somehow you could have had some type of discovery of information or you discovered that somebody was manipulating their power, especially if they're a Taurus, a Cancer, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Scorpio, or Sagittarius. You realize that somebody has some type of inner truth, yes, but at the same time they ignore or they kind of reevaluate or disconnected from something just to be sneaky or so that way things can go in their favor. They stood back from a situation on purpose. And so they try to cause some type of change and or cycle to someone else who was trying to develop and or learn the situation. They desired this person to have some type of burden or carry the weight for something that they didn't do. There also could be a child that feels like they're carrying the weight of someone around them who's conflicted and or overly optimistic. This could be a Virgo. You can feel like this person is depressed and or careless, but at the same time, there's a mother around that feels like, okay, well, I'm burnt out, so I'm still trying to collaborate with this person until I'm stable. Maybe you're getting details about a situation, about people that you're around or that you're involved in. What's going on with your love life, Scorpio? So it seems like you could be freeing yourself from some type of situation that you feel like, okay, well, I was showing off or something put me on my high horse or something made me look a certain type of way. It seems like you're taking a step back because you want to take control of your life. But in the process, you're still keeping an open mind when it comes to the person that you're dealing with. You're not really wanting to go towards new love. So it's like, okay, well, I just don't know about this, but I'm not completely wrapping this up at the moment. But you know at the point that it gets too far gone that you know that reconciliation is going to be off the table. You're just trying to figure out if you respect this relationship and or how they see you. What you guys can highlight to develop your bond. So it's like you're giving something one last try. So there could be someone that's out here when it comes to your true love. If you are not dating someone and this is someone that you either learn from or you feel like, okay, well, I wanted somebody that's an open book. They respect the bond and or connection, and this could lead to some type of engagement, even if there's some type of obstacle because of their boundaries. Who could be your new person, Scorpio? This could be another Scorpio. This could be a Sagittarius. This could be an Aries. A Gemini, an Aquarius, an Earth sign, more specifically a Virgo, a Leo, or an air sign. Alright. Somebody also could be having some type of restriction, like they can't leave the house, or I'm not saying this is house arrest, but there could be some type of issue. Somebody could be going in front of a judge. This could be an Aquarius, a Virgo, a Libra, a Pisces, Scorpio. It could be you or a Libra, a Cancer or a Leo. Maybe there was some type of change or a situation that happened. Somebody's like, okay, well, yeah, I changed where I live, or I changed some type of peaceful situation, or whatever the case may be, because I was disappointed in something being stuck. And so now I have some type of clear boundary and or some type of insight on how to get something done. They could be trying to talk themselves out of it to a judge or to someone. And they feel like, okay, well, I'll show up as the person who's diplomatic, who can control their emotions, and I'll come clean. That way, I'll tell them that I'm rethinking my approach and that I'm embraced and moving forward, and that everything is all good. Outcome. Alright, so again, this could lead to some type of depression because somebody's overly optimistic about this. They are going to feel some type of weight and or burden. They're going to feel like something is a challenge, or they're going to feel centered when it comes to a situation. So just know that, yes, somebody will take responsibility, and it's going to be a public responsibility, but it seems like they're going to either have to do some type of community service, so they have to pay into something publicly, or they have to pay someone. Something about public housing could be important. Or it's like, okay, well, yes, I see that you're overly optimistic about some type of burden, but at the same time, it's been over 4 years or 4 to 6 years since you've been unstable, and you slowly been recognizing that there's been some type of clarity, or there's been something that's needed with regards to a child or a situation. Somebody gonna get them their hand, or somebody gonna get it. The judge is gonna get somebody their ass to kiss. And as much as the person that you know that's going in front of the judge is trying to be tender, or, you know, trying to be soft when it comes to this conversation or whatever, they're going to feel the challenge because this person is going to be, the judge is going to be super focused on a resource, or how somebody was super resourceful to go elsewhere. And or to sleep. It's like, okay, well, you told me that, you know, you're in front of me because of this, that, and the third, but you had money to go do this, that, and the third. Or you told me that you couldn't pay for this, or you didn't have this, but as soon as you left, or as soon as you did this one thing, you went to go spend money on alcohol, you went and you sent a text message to somebody that you were sleeping with, offering some type of resources, so that way you can, you know, be attached to somebody else that you love, or you felt was recognizing some type of clarity about your routine. There's just going to be a whole lot that comes out about this. It gets a little sticky. Okay, let's talk about you, Scorpio. What's going on for you? Okay, so right now you could be focusing on learning and or developing a skill. There's something that you're trying to either ground and or build from ground up. You also could be learning to walk away from anything that's making you feel like you have to be super on the defense, or you have to be in flight or fight mode. It's like, you know what? I've already learned to walk away from anything that gets my nerves rucking, so I'll take my investments and go left. So anything that's making you confused, or somebody that makes you want to overly prove yourself. As you learn about a situation and how things are changing, or what someone was doing when it comes to their cycle, their body, or how many people or how many times they did something, you may end up walking away from a person that you're attached to. Yeah. You feel like, okay, well, I want to abandon some type of conflict completely. I don't want to be in the midst of this, or there's something that you don't want to be attached to at all. There also could be some type of payment that's changing, or the way that someone's able to do something is changing. Maybe they were being strategic. It's like, okay, well, someone was doing things the way that they need to all year round, but they also have to walk away from a situation because there's some type of conflict that's coming up regarding it. And they did desire some type of success, but somebody was manipulating some type of data or information, and this may affect you somehow. All right, let's figure out what I feel like. There's something good that's coming. What's the good thing that's coming for you? There's some type of epiphany. There's some type of clarity and or some type of decisive moment to where you get some type of truth, and or you're able to focus on what you want to attract in. There also could be somebody that's coming towards you because they feel like you are attractive. They want to invite you out. This could be a new romance and or something that leads to some type of success. Be careful. There is still manipulation here, so they're not telling you everything. They are doing things for their own self-interest. They may not follow through with all of the things that they're going to say, so pay attention, because you'll realize that you're just an option. But you'll be able to see it clear as day. You'll be able to follow your heart and move on and find someone new. Now, also, if there's something that you feel like is not being paid, or something that's not getting taken care of, and this is leading to some type of misunderstanding and or heartbreak, you will be able to provide and or restructure this if you need to. Okay, but there is a liar, especially if this is an earth sign masculine. They're separating from a situation and from some type of manipulation, but they still can't get it done. Seems like they were unable to get something done still. All right, something could get totaled. Be careful while you're driving. If this is not you, this could be someone around you that you're married and or committed to. Or you're looking at your total when it comes to your bill, your finances. It's like, okay, well, let's figure out how much this is really going to cost me. Somebody thought that they chose up and they didn't. And it seems like now every time that they talk or they complain about a situation or a person, it just seems like background noise, or it just seems like they just want something to talk about. Someone could have also miscounted and or counted you out. They could have miscounted some type of money and or some type of time. This could be a Virgo or Virgo season. I told you car accident or car issues could be important, so be careful when it comes to driving. You may have a birth control appointment and or someone's like, you know what, I was pregnant, but I'm going to see if I can control this and get an appointment. Okay, take it how it resonates. Is beauty pain, or maybe you're going to the beauty supply store. There also could be some type of I don't know if you're going to the trampoline park somewhere that has some type of zip lining. Maybe you're trying to plan a trip, but you do have somebody that's lurking and or that's watching you. Okay, and this could be the person that counted you out. All right, Scorpio, what's going on with the person that counted you out? They are feeling overwhelmed. They feel completely thrown off. They feel like they lack some type of balance and or system. They overcommitted themselves to some type of tradition, marriage, and or maybe even spirituality. And they're trying to figure out, okay, can I come back to you and be sensitive towards you? But the answer is going to be no. There was some type of harsh ending, or this will still lead to one. Okay? So let somebody count you out. It is what it is. They may need to reprioritize some type of system, but they have some type of fear and or misconception of doing so. It seems like they will be able to recover. There could be a relationship and or a connection that's around them that's going to help them stabilize and or release some type of negative thoughts. So it's not bad for long, but somebody did miscounted you or count you out on purpose. All right, you have somebody lurking. Who's lurking on you, Scorpio? Or who you lurking on? Take it how it resonates. All right, this could be a Scorpio. So this could be you or another Scorpio, a Libra, a Virgo that's lurking, a Taurus, or you're lurking on a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, an Aries, or a Gemini. You have somebody lurking. Why are they lurking? Because they feel like their confidence is destroyed. They're overwhelmed. They feel like, okay, well, something is one-sided, or I need to take care of myself, but I need to figure out what's the structure or how I can do so. Somebody could be watching you for inspiration, but at the same time, they don't want to come towards you because they exhausted a relationship with you. They don't know how to restabilize it. Okay. Who thought that they chose up but didn't? For Scorpio. This could be an Aries, a Leo, an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a fire sign, a Libra, no, fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a Leo, or an Aries. So definitely an air or fire sign. Thought that they chose up and didn't. Who could potentially be getting in a car accident? Be careful when it comes to this. Scorpio, this could be you. This could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. Be careful. And maybe when you're ready to leave home, there's some type of nudge. It's like, oh, I feel a little off, or something. There's some type of gut feeling, or there's some type of emotion that something that may not go the way that you want. But then you feel like, oh, well, nah, that's just something that, you know, I ate. Or there's just something that you feel like, nah, this is not really real. But this is your intuition is trying to tell you something's going to be off. Maybe you feel like there's going to be some type of failure when it comes to a resource. So it's like, okay, well, let's figure out if we can learn or figure out what we can do next when it comes to it. And this is when this accident happens. Are you going towards somebody? Yeah, you could be. Either you're with this Aries or you're going towards someone to stabilize. And you feel like, okay, well, even though I have some type of structure or I have some type of authority or something could be practical, you feel like something will end up leading into a negative phase or no control. And maybe you're still trying to be confident and nurturing and create some type of issue. But again, this leads to some type of sadness. Be careful. Maybe you're going towards someone to protect someone else. So maybe it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go towards this Scorpio, this Aquarius, this Capricorn. I'm trying to protect this Aries, this Leo, this Gemini, this Cancer. This person has some type of structure and or some type of discipline, but at the same time, they're going through some type of bad luck, or they can't do something for themselves. There's some type of negative cycle, or there's something that's going on with their body. And maybe you're going towards someone and say, okay, well, I want to come towards you as a mother. I want to come towards you as someone who could potentially be a wife. And I want to come towards you and see if we can respect each other's differences and agree to disagree. So that way everybody has a wish fulfillment. You want to provide some type of clarity to someone. But someone may feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure how this is has anything to do with me. They may feel like, okay, well, I want to play something safe because I was coming towards you with some type of clarity, or I had some type of clarity about some type of structure and how something was bad news or whatever the case may be, and I was trying to be nurturing and cause some type of agree to disagree as well when something was a wish fulfillment, but somebody was being strategic. So it's like the tables are turning, and somebody's like, you need to explain to me very clearly why I should give a fuck. And this could be the person in between. Could be this Aries, this Sagittarius, this Leo, this Virgo, this Gemini, this Libra. It's like, why should I care about what you're telling me if you didn't care when I initially came towards you? All right, and this may be why they put you off towards background noise. Is this why? Yeah, it is. Because they feel like they always had some type of clarity and or that they always knew that something was going to happen. But maybe you feel like somebody's going through some type of surgery, or somebody needs a new beginning, or somebody wants to walk away from something that they've been in their head by. They want to be able to release this and be able to feel like, okay, well, can they reach out and talk to you directly? Maybe you're just trying to smooth it to where there's an opportunity for a fire sign or somebody else to reach out to them. Maybe even a Cancer. All right, and now, if this is a Virgo that you're trying to put in the back of your head, or you feel like that's always coming around with a story, or that's like, okay, well, they just want to talk about a situation, this is because they're heartbroken. Okay, they feel like they're going through some type of separation and they're suffering. They could still be spying on somebody that they're talking about. They could be still trying to come up with mental ideas or mental ways to have this relationship, or to still feel like, okay, well, we can do things together. This could still be strong. They separated from somebody that they felt like, okay, well, this person actually had love for me, or this person was someone I had a baby with, I wanted a baby with, or we could have developed something, but they felt like they procrastinated on either saying something or there's something that they didn't do. There also could have been some type of communication or some type of text message with someone that they were being tender with that they shouldn't have been, and this is causing some type of conflict as well, so they regret that relationship. So they're disappointed, and this is why they keep bringing this person up. Okay. Again, car accident, car issues. What season could this be happening? All right. So this could be happening before Libra season. This could be happening between the end of Capricorn season, but before Libra season. All right. And this could be someone that's right now, it seems like they're trying to self-develop themselves, but there's something that's misdirected when it comes to work. This could definitely be a fire sign, a Libra, a Virgo, an Aries for sure. Maybe they come off as a perfectionist, and from time to time they feel like they got to go through a sudden change, or they realize that, okay, well, I need to separate myself from this business, or I need to walk away from a person. They get some type of reality, but then they don't really make the choices and or the action to do so. They also could have been misdirected, or they took the energy out on the wrong person all of a sudden based off of a separation. It's like, okay, well, this person's not in my family, so I can take some type of anger out on them, or this person, I'm not connected to them, so I can make them feel some type of way. And now they want to play it safe when it comes to a situation, but they're feeling the burden because they could at least apologize. They could have made a decision, but they're deciding to be manipulative, and or they're trying to manipulate you into being compassionate or doing something for them because you're this person's match. So be careful when it comes to it. All right, if this is not a fire sign, and this could be an Aquarius, a Pisces. I was going to say something about a pear. Somebody could be constipated. It's like, oh, you need to drink some type of pear juice, or you need to clean. Somebody needs to get a colon cleanser, or somebody needs to clean their system before surgery. I don't know. Anywho, this could be an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Gemini, a Cancer, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, an Aries, a Leo, a Virgo, a Libra, a Virgo. All right. Somebody may have car issues, but they still have a resource to get things changed, or they have a new car. They still have something that they can keep them moving from time to time. But there may be something in the past or past experience or something that they go through that's going to kind of keep them restricted for whatever reason.